The Lions got a win in pretty stunning fashion this past week against the Atlanta Falcons. It was like the most Lions game ever played, but they somehow won the game. There are a lot of players that I could break down because there were so many good performances across the board. But in this film study, I'm going to be breaking down Kenny Golladay and his 6 catches. So this is Galladay's first reception on the day. This isn't really the most exciting play to break down from an X's and O's standpoint. You see 37 calling something out to number 43. But basically, it's just going to be a play action pass. You're going to see the linebackers get sucked in to take away the run, but it's just a play action. Then you're going to see Stafford make a pretty nice throw into a pretty tight window. But with all the backers having their backs turned, that's a pretty easy throw and catch right there. Good play by the offense. Alright, so this is Kenny Galladay's second catch. The Falcons on this play are going to send a zone blitz. Those 5 guys right there are the guys who are going to be rushing the passer. The Lions are going to attack this by having Danny Amendola run a post and Kenny Golladay run an in. Danny Amendola right here, his post route is going to take this defender out of the play and leave Kenny Golladay matched up one-on-one with this defender right here. And I think we all know how this play is going to end. Alright, so let's see how this play plays out. Ball is hiked. The Falcons send a blitz. And you're going to see Danny Amendola run a post route, and it's going to take his defender out of the play and kind of serve as a decoy. And it's going to leave Kenny Golladay matched up one-on-one, and Kenny Golladay goes up and makes a huge catch for the Lions. That would help the Lions get into field goal range. That wasn't the play that got him into field goal range, but it certainly helped out. Good play by Kenny Golladay right here. So the Lions send Danny Amendola in motion on this play, and number 26 follows him, which gives Stafford the indication that it's probably some form of man coverage, which it turns out to be. So this guy and this guy will both be playing the deep halves, and then this guy will be manned up with him. Number 54 appears that he is going to blitz if the running back stays in to protect, and if the running back goes out to run a route, then he will play man coverage on him, and that's what ends up happening. This guy right here is manned up with him, this guy's manned up with him, and this guy's manned up with him. Now, Kenny Golladay, this play looks interesting. I think Stafford and Golladay were just totally feeling each other on this particular play because it takes quite a bit of time to develop. And I don't know if this whole play was by design or not. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm going to probably lean towards it was Stafford and Golladay feeling each other out when the play was kind of breaking down. So Golladay, he's going to run a curl to about right there. And then he's not going to get the ball. And then he's just going to hang out for a second. And then after he hangs out for a second and doesn't get the ball, he is going to go deep. And he is going to get lit up. When I watched this play happen live, I could almost feel the hit when I saw it happen. But this was a great play by Golladay. And it's even a good play from Stafford, too. He's going to do a good job hanging tough in the pocket and waiting for something to come open, which Golladay eventually does. And it was not an easy play by any means, but it worked out. All right, so let's see how this play plays out. Ball is hiked. You see Stafford is not even looking in Galladay's direction at this particular point. And then you're going to see Golladay kind of stop with his route, and he's just kind of hanging there waiting for the ball. And then Stafford's going to come look at him about right here, and then Galladay's going to go deep. And then Stafford's honestly going to deliver a laser, and Galladay's going to get just absolutely crunched about right here. Great play by Kenny Golladay right there. So the Lions send Jamal Agnew in motion to find out if the Falcons are playing man or zone, and it does indeed turn out they are playing man coverage. This is a 2nd and 7 play, so Stafford knows that it's probably man coverage, but what he doesn't know is if the Falcons are sending pressure or not, because the Falcons have a lot of players crowded around the line of scrimmage, and I don't even have all the players at the line of scrimmage in the circle. But post-snap, it just turns out to be cover 1 robber. This safety right here, circled in blue, will be acting as the free safety. This player right here will be acting as the robber. And then this guy is manned up with him. This guy's manned up with Jamal Agnew, the guy who followed him. Then this guy on the edge is manned up with Kerryon Johnson. It's one of those things, again, where if Kerryon Johnson goes out to run a route, then he's probably going to take him. And if Kerryon Johnson stays in to protect, then he is going to rush the passer. And then this guy is manned up with him, and this guy right here is manned up with Kenny Golladay. So the Lions aren't really going to do anything overly fancy on this play. They're just basically going to have Kenny Golladay run a fade route. I honestly don't think Stafford placed the ball where he really wanted to place it, but sometimes you need your receiver to help out your quarterback, and Kenny Golladay did a great job of helping out his quarterback on this play by going up, making a contested catch, and getting his feet in bounds. Alright, so let's see how this play plays out. The ball is hiked. You see the Falcons bail out of their blitz and play some man coverage, and you see Stafford throw the ball to Golladay. Galladay's just going to go up and get it, and he's going to do a good job of getting his feet in bounds. Big play for the offense. Another big play for Kenny Golladay. Alright, so this is not a very exciting play in any way, shape, or form. It's man coverage across the board. Not a very difficult pre-snap read. It's 3rd and 8, and this play ends up going for 7 yards. So I don't know if I'm putting this play on Darrell Bevell or on Stafford or on the offense, but this was not a good play. You need 8 yards and you only got 7. So those guys are manned up just like that. This guy right here is going to roll to play the robber and take away the middle of the field. And then this guy right here is going to be acting as the free safety, the one circled in blue. And like I said, this is a 3rd and 8 play, and it only goes for 7 yards. And the Lions are going to attack this man coverage by just running slant routes across the board. This is a terrible play. It goes for 7 yards. They don't get the first down, and Prater would go on to miss a field goal. Thankfully, there's one more huge catch for Golladay that we will be breaking down. Alright, so this is going to be the last play that we're going to be breaking down. It was Kenny Galladay's last catch of the game, and his most important catch of the game. The Falcons are just in a Tampa 2 defense. Those two guys with the blue arrows have the deep halves. Then this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy will be playing the underneath routes, except for the guy in the middle. He's got the middle of the field, essentially. They're just going to have Kenny Golladay run a streak, pretty much. And in all honesty, this play is just an example of my guy is better than your guy. There's not really anything amazing about the scheme on this particular play. This is just strictly Kenny Golladay, you're a freaking beast. Now go make a play and get us set up for the game-winning touchdown. Alright, so let's see how this play plays out. The ball is hiked. You see Kenny Golladay running a streak, and Stafford is eventually going to get a little bit of pressure, but not a lot. But Stafford puts it up there, beautifully lofts the ball over the linebacker and right into the waiting arms of Kenny Golladay. Beautiful placement by Stafford, and honestly, you can even argue a better catch by Kenny G. So the Lions a lot in this game. They missed a field goal, got the ball back on a strip sack, then ran 2 plays that resulted in negative yardage, then made a field goal, then allowed the opponent to march pretty much right down the field, and even when we got the ball back, we had a player not go out of bounds. And in spite of all of that, the Lions still walked out of this game with a dub. Was this win luck or was this win skill? It was a little bit of both. We were lucky to get the ball back, of course, because we all know what Todd Gurley did. But the game-winning drive was pretty much all skill, in my opinion. And if you want to call this win luck, then you'd have to call the loss to the Bears unlucky. It took a lot of fortunate circumstances for us to win this game. And it took a lot of unfortunate circumstances for us to lose to the Bears, like us losing seemingly all of our secondary and a dropped game-winning touchdown. I guess my overall point here is that the good luck and the bad luck for the Lions has balanced itself out after this game. We shouldn't have lost to the Bears, and we also should not have beaten the Falcons. We are exactly what our record says we are for now. Hopefully they continue this momentum into the game against the Indianapolis Colts. Before I close this video out, I want to note that if you ever need some consistent Lions talk, we have a show called The Round Table on Tuesdays and Thursdays at around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The hosts of that show are generally Luke G's Field Review, 313JMO, RachelMarieSports, Real Detroit Lions fans, and the Lions on the Prowl. We don't usually know who's hosting the show until the day of, If you ever need consistent Pistons talk, we have Above the Rim on Saturdays between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That show right now is flipping between Detroit Drew and 313 JMO's channel. And if you ever need consistent Red Wings talk, we have a show called The Offside Show, held on my channel at around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. All of those channels that I mentioned are linked in the description. So, like I said, if you ever need consistent talk for your favorite Detroit sports teams, the DSA has a show for almost everything. Hopefully we'll get a Tigers show up and going eventually, but for now, it's the Lions, Red Wings, and Pistons. But that will be all for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.